We're back with another blade review. We've got the LK Chen New Wide Dao. So this is obviously a Dao. It's got a really awesome curve to it, cut exceptionally well. I don't have anything bad to usually say about LK Chen blades. Any of the other ones we've done with the Snow Peak and two of the other Daos that we've done as well. Check the channel for those. Take a look at some specs on this one, up close looks, and of course, we'll look at cut testing. Let's get to it. We've got a 37.5 inch blade and a 29.25 just the blade itself. So overall length 37.5 and 29.25 on the blade itself. This is a single edge blade. It has a thin false edge on the back, so this is not sharp at all on the back of it. It's a little bit thin. The blade profile itself is quite thin. It has a good flex to it. That's what these are designed to do with being a Dao. Very, very I can't really say lightweight because it's 2 pounds 5 ounces. However, the way that the weight is distributed and the balance point of this, it allows larger slashes to be performed in a pretty much effortless fashion. So getting this blade around is not a problem. The ability to hold the thrust out as well, very, very easy on that. So very solid, well put together blade here. Regarding the blade thickness, we're looking at the thickest point 5.7 millimeters to 1.1 millimeters. So the 1.1 is really toward the edge, whereas like the false edge part of it, but the rest of it is about 5.7 millimeters. The actual tang itself is really, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a little bit more thin. Does not mean it's not durable. You should not be hacking trees with a blade like this, but for appropriate cut testing of tatami mats and things like that, soft targets, this should be just fine on that. We've got a black cord wrap with a wood handle. You're going to see underneath here in the up close looks that there's 2 pins on the actual handle. The cord wrapping is really solid. It's a little bit more of an X pattern going across the palm. And you'll see this is all done really well. It's not loose. Some katanas that you'll see, or wakasashis, on other price point items, perhaps they'll be loose, but this is not loose. It's a really solid grip. Allows you to be up more on the ferrule with how the circular guard is. Or if you did want to be a little bit further down, you've got that available. I can only see this being better grip if you were to add a pair of gloves as well. You don't need them, but if you did want the extra grip, or if you're doing cut testing when it's a little bit colder outside, it could only really enhance the performance on the slashing with this one. We've got a grip length of 5.25 inches. This is the cord wrap, like we were saying, with the pins. Very solid on the grip. It's got a circular steel guard. So if you're holding the thrust out, you'll see the hand is pretty protected as far as that goes. Just a circular piece of steel, very solid. And obviously this is categorized as a Dao. So we'll see that curve on the blade, that beautiful curve. Yes, of course, you've got enough room on the grip if you did want to hold this more in a saber grip fashion, if you're really working with that, or you can obviously hold that hammer grip. Got plenty of space on that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scabbard and take a look at what we got. Moving on to the scabbard, we have a wood scabbard. This one has a little bit of a finish on it to keep it from being kind of rough. It's more of a smooth scabbard. We've got painted steel that complements the cross guard very well. And we'll notice that this is obviously peened. So when we get the close-ups, you'll see the peen marks as well. But the black cord complements the handguard very well and complements the scabbard. The draw on this one, and you also have these guys right here if you wanted to display it, or this would simply just go up on a sword stand. If you need sword scans, go to cultofathena.com and check those out. Looking at the draw on this one, very simple. Very smooth on the draw to get this one out. Putting it back in, also not a problem at all. Draws in and out really well. You'll see the pins that are going through it. There's the steel, painted steel on the scabbard, keeping that well put together. The sword hangers are pinned in, so they're not like wrapped or anything. They are pinned. Taking a look at this out of the scabbard, take a look at that beautiful curve on the blade. If you see any blemishes on it, it's because I did the cut testing first. And the length of blade it is, for the weight it's at, pretty impressive. Take a look at the scabbard again. Really nice wood grain on that. Alright, looking at the cut testing, this one cut exceptionally well. All the LK Chen blades that I've cut with have done really well. I've never had a bad one. Again, they're not paying me extra to say that. It's just a matter of giving you a transparent look at a blade company that does really well at what they do. That's really all it is. So slashing ability on this one, excellent. Just when you're coming out with larger cuts, it's really easy to get the blade back. Thrusting, I didn't do any thrusting with it because we just have tatami mats for right now. However, the balance point is really, really good for just the precision of the thrust. Even though it has this back swept blade, you still have a direct thrust, or you can go more into an arcing thrust depending on what you're working on. So let's look at the slashing ability of this one. Cut through like butter. Can't say that about all edges, but with LK Chen blades, especially this one, did really well. Let's take a look. So there you have it, LK Chen Nuwide Dao, beautiful blade, cut exceptionally well. Didn't expect anything less from LK Chen. If you like LK Chen blades, check out our assortment. Click the link in the description below this video to check this blade out and our offerings of LK Chen swords. There's an exceptional quality. One of my favorites was the Snow Peak, which will be up very soon, a review on that one. As always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, check out LK Chen blades, click the link in the description below this video, and we'll see you in the next one.